Hi everyone, welcome back to our cozy little English studio. I hope you're having a very calm and bright day today. I am Emma and this is my friend Jack. Like always, we are here to help you learn real and simple English that you can use every day. We want to help you enjoy learning without any stress or pressure. Think of it like you are just sitting with two good friends and having a warm cup of morning tea.
Exactly. And today we have a really fun topic to talk about. Actually, it is something that every person in the world does every single day, but everyone does it in their own way. The topic is morning routine. We will talk about how you wake up, what you do first, how you get ready, and all the small habits you have. But before we start, Emma, I have to tell you something very funny that happened to me this morning.
Oh no, what happened now? You always start by saying, Emma, something happened today. And that is how I know I'm going to hear a funny story. Tell me, what did you do?
No, really. Today, I woke up feeling very sure of myself. You know those rare mornings when you say to yourself, today I will be very fast. I will get everything done. I will be very organized. I felt so strong that I jumped out of bed like a superhero.
Oh, wow. That sounds a bit fishy to me. Whenever you start your day feeling that much confidence, something messy or silly always happens. You are right, because the second I walked into the bathroom, I looked into the mirror and saw something strange. I realized I had put my t-shirt on inside out. Jack, you have done this about 12 times already this year. That is not even a surprise anymore. No, wait. This time it was much worse. I wore it inside out and backward at the same time. Exactly. I've got so many thoughts on what happened this week.
It really is shifting daily. I mean, did you see the demo they dropped on Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely. It blew my mind. But it also raised some pretty huge questions about how we define art in the first place.
Right. So let's get right into it because we have a lot to unpack today.
The little tag was literally touching my chest. Okay, wait, I need to picture this in my head. So you woke up thinking, yes, I am a very smart and responsible adult, and then you dressed yourself like a confused potato? Exactly. I was a very proud, driven, and happy potato. I really wish you had recorded a video of me. Our viewers would have loved to see that. Oh, trust me, nobody should ever see that. Anyway, my morning was the total opposite of yours. I woke up very slowly and took a deep breath. I opened my window to let the air in, and the weather felt so soft and fresh. Ooh, those are some very peaceful morning feelings. I like that. Yes, it was perfect. But then I went to the kitchen to make my tea, and guess what happened? Oh boy, please don't tell me you broke a plate or a glass. No, not today. But I totally forgot that I had left my favorite mug in the fridge last night. Why in the world was your mug in the fridge? I put it in there because I didn't want any ants to get inside it. But then I forgot I did that. So I made my hot tea, and then I was so confused because the cup was freezing cold. I can imagine that. Emma's brain at 7 in the morning is like a slow computer that says, system loading, please wait. That is so true. I need at least 10 minutes to start acting like a normal human being. Same here. And you know what? That is exactly why talking about morning routines is so much fun. Everyone's plan is different. Some people move slowly, some move fast, some read books, some pray, some do exercise, and some, like me, wear their shirts wrong. Some people mostly means you, Jack. Yes, okay, I admit it. So today, in this warm podcast, we will talk about our real morning routines. We will explain how we start the day so you can learn how to describe your own routine in easy English. Exactly. I've got so many thoughts on what happened this week. It really is shifting daily. I mean, did you see the demo they dropped on Tuesday? Oh, absolutely. It blew my mind. But it also raised some pretty huge questions about how we define art in the first place. Right. So let's get right into it because we have a lot to unpack today. We want this to be fun and relaxed, not like a boring school book. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, Jack, let's start with something simple. What is the very first thing you do when you open your eyes? And please be honest, don't try to sound like a cool person.
Fine. To be honest, the first thing I do is hit the snooze button on my alarm clock at least 3 times. I just love those extra 5 minutes of sleep.
Same here. I always tell myself I will wake up right now, and then I wake up 10 minutes later and say, oops.
Honestly, every morning is a big fight between my brain and my pillow. And let's be real, my pillow always wins the fight.
Your pillow is definitely stronger than your willpower.
But after you finally get out of bed, what is next?
I sit on the edge of the bed for a long minute and just try to understand where I am. I look around and think, what year is it? Where am I? Why is the floor so cold? I bet everyone does this, even if they don't say it.
I do that too. I sit on my bed looking like a small, confused bird. Then I drink a big glass of water because my throat feels as dry as a desert. Yes, drinking water first is a great habit. It wakes up your body better than anything else. Exactly. After that, I go to the sink and wash my face with very cold water. It feels like a quick surprise that wakes up my skin instantly. I do the same. Cold water is like someone shouting, "Good morning! Wake up! You have work to do!" Then I brush my teeth and, most importantly, I put on a normal t-shirt. Not inside out and not backward. Hopefully. For me, after I get up, I like to stretch my arms and legs a little bit. My body feels very stiff and tight in the morning, so stretching helps. Yeah, stretching sounds amazing, but I am way too lazy to do that. You really should try it. It actually makes your whole day feel better and gives you more energy. Exactly. I've got so many thoughts on what happened this week. It really is shifting daily. I mean, did you see the demo they dropped on Tuesday? Oh, absolutely. It blew my mind. But it also raised some pretty huge questions about how we define art in the first place. Right. So let's get right into it because we have a lot to unpack today.
Jack, maybe I will try it if someone pays me money to do it.
Jack will only exercise if he gets a prize. Typical. Well, after my stretches, I make tea. I cannot start my day without a warm cup of tea.
Your tea is basically your whole personality, Emma.
Excuse me, what does that mean?
No, I mean it in a nice way. You are warm, calm, and kind, and your tea is also like that, so it matches you perfectly.
Aw, that was a very sweet way to save yourself from trouble. Thank you, Jack.
See, I am very good at staying out of trouble. Tea time is my favorite part, too. I like to take a slow sip, look out the window at the trees, and just breathe quietly.
Do you look at your phone as soon as you wake up?
I try not to. If I open my phone, I see 20 different messages and alerts, and then all my peace goes away instantly.
That is true. Phones can really ruin a quiet and happy morning.
Exactly. So I try to keep my phone away for at least the first 15 minutes.
I wish I had your self-control. I usually check my phone right away. I think, who messaged me? Did anything big happen at night? Did the world end? And 99% of the time, nothing happened at all.
Correct. After my tea, I usually write in my journal for 5 minutes. I just write down how I feel or what I want to do during the day.
That is so productive. I really respect that you do that.
Thanks. It really helps me stay calm and happy. Morning routines really show what kind of person we are.
Yes, some people like to run, some like to sit quietly, some start working very fast, some make a big breakfast, and some wear inside-out shirts.
I knew you were going to bring that up again.
Of course. But honestly, morning routines are very important. They decide how your whole day will feel. If your morning is messy and loud, your whole day feels messy. If your morning is calm, your day feels much smoother.
Exactly. I've got so many thoughts on what happened this week.
It really is shifting daily. I mean, did you see the demo they dropped on Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely. It blew my mind. But it also raised some pretty huge questions about how we define art in the first place.
Right. So let's get right into it because we have a lot to unpack today.
So to all our viewers, if you want to get better at English and make your life better, try to make a simple morning routine.
Yes, it can be something small like waking up 5 minutes earlier, drinking water, stretching, or doing one small thing that makes you happy. It does not have to be a big change, just something that gives your day a good start.
Okay, Emma, let's go back in time. What was your morning routine like when you were a little kid?
Oh my God, it was terrible. I was the slowest child on the whole planet. My mom would wake me up nicely, then she would come back and wake me up again, then she would shout, and finally she was like, Emma, get up right now or you will miss the bus.
I could totally see little Emma hiding under a big blanket and pretending to sleep. I did. I used to act like I couldn't hear anything. What about you?
My routine was the opposite. I used to wake up very early because I wanted to watch my favorite cartoons on TV before I had to go to school. Ah, yes, cartoons are a much better reason to wake up than a loud alarm clock. Exactly. But as I grew up, my reason changed. Now I wake up for coffee instead of cartoons. Same life, just a different drink. But it's true, routines change as we get older. Your job, your school, and your health all change how you start your day. Yes, for example, now I really value having a few quiet minutes to just breathe. I never cared about that when I was younger. That is the best way to have a peaceful start. So Jack, what are you one thing you want to make better about your morning? I really want to check my phone even less. I want to start my day with a quiet mind, not with social media or emails. That is a great goal. If you put your phone away for 10 minutes, your brain will definitely thank you. And what about you, Emma? I want to do more exercise in the morning. Exactly. I've got so many thoughts on what happened this week. It really is shifting daily. I mean, did you see the demo they dropped on Tuesday? Oh, absolutely. It blew my mind. But it also raised some really huge questions about how we define art in the first place. Right? So let's get right into it because we have a lot to unpick today.
Even just a 5-minute walk or workout would be great, but I often forget or get too busy with meetings.
Okay, let's make a deal. I will try to check my phone less, and you try to do a little exercise.
Deal. Let's see next week who does better.
We already know you will win. Your self-control is much better than mine.
Thank you. I try my best. So what is one last tip you want to give to our listeners?
My best tip is to start small. Don't try to change your whole life in one day. Just pick one small thing to do every morning. It will make a big difference over time.
Yes, whether it is drinking water, making your bed, or just putting your shirt on the right way. Hey, I am working on it. Okay, everyone, that was our cozy talk about morning routines. We hope you liked this long and friendly conversation.
And we hope this helps you learn how to talk about your own morning in simple English.
I am Emma, and this is Jack.
See you in the next Warm English Talk. Bye. Exactly. Got so many thoughts on what happened this week.
It really is shifting daily. I mean, did you see that demo they dropped on Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely. It blew my mind. But it also raised some pretty huge questions about how we define art in the first place.
Right. So let's get right into it because we have a lot to unpack today.